Let's do some St. Patrick's Day songs, huh? On Coffee with the Kilt Father. All right. If you have a song request for today or maybe next week, let me know. I might take you up on that. Merry month of May. Anyone else get freaked out by that? That was yeah. Where was I? The very month of May, from home I started, left the girls a tomb, nearly broken heart, salute father dear, kissed my darling mother, drank a pint of beer, my grief and tears smother, off to reap the corn, leave where I was born, cut a stout blackthorn, the bench ghosts and goblins, brand new pair of brogues, rattled all the fox, frightened all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin on a tree for 5, hunt the hare and tender down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin, whack for la-di-da. Morlangar that night, I rested limbs so weary, started by daylight. Next morning, light and air, took a drop of the pure. Keep myself from singing that's a petty cure. When air is on for drink, see the lasses smile, laughing all the while. At my curious style to set your heart above in the axe to fire. My tired wages I required, till I was almost tired of the rocky road to Dublin. 1 2 3 4 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack for la-di-da. There I got away, my spirits never failed, landed on the Kids as the ship was sailing. Captain at me roared, said that no room had it when I jumped aboard of having bound for Batty. Down among the pigs, played some funny rigs, danced some hardy jigs, the water around me bubble went up from Holyhead. Wished myself were dead, but better off instead. The rocky road to Dublin, 1 2 3 4 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack the la-di-da. La-di-di-di-di, da dilly lay dilly die la da dilly lay dilly die la da dilly dilly die la da dilly die la dilly die la dilly die la da dilly lay dilly die la dilly die la dilly die la da dilly 1 2 3 4 5, hunt the hare and turn her down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack the la-di-da. The boys of Liverpool, when we saved the land, called myself a fool, I could no longer stand. Blood began to boil, temper I was losing, poor old Aaron Tyle, they began abuse. Around me voices I shillelagh, I let fly, some Galway boys came by, they saw I was a hobbling, and with a loud hooray, joining the fray, quickly cleared the way for the rocky road to Dublin. 1 2 3 4 5, hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. 1 2 3 4 5, hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. 1 2 3 4 5, hunt the hare and turn it down the rocky road and all the way to Dublin. Whack for la-di-da. All right, it's time to teach you a little bit of Irish. There's a great phrase in the Celtic nation, Slanchava. When I sing Slanchava, you're going to shout Slanchava back. Slanchava, by the way, means when everything is, it means here's to your good health, as you'll find out in the song. So let's try it. Slanchava, Slanchava, here's to your good health, one and all. If your soul feels rather thirsty and you hear the crate the call, raise up your glass and Slanchava. Come on, I can't hear you. You have to shout a little bit louder. Make sure your office mates can hear you. Slanchava, Slanchava, here's to your good health, one and all. If your soul feels rather thirsty and you hear the crate the call, raise up your glass and Slanchava. Many times in my life, forgot the kind's code. I reaped the sorry seeds that I sowed. When I gave instead of took, that's when my spirit growed. My charity turned into liquid gold. Slanchava, Slanchava, here's to your good health, one and all. If your soul feels rather thirsty and you hear the crate the call, raise up your glass to Slanchava. Now this song is more than just a drinking song. It's also what I like to call Celtic karma, as you'll find out in this next verse. Your work week was a bear, and feeling rather low, you head down to the pub to watch a show. There the singer makes you smile, and the beer makes you glow, so go to keltfather.net before you go. Slanchava, Slanchava, here's to your good health, one and all. If your soul feels rather thirsty and you hear the crate the call, raise up your glass to Slanchava. Slanchava, Slanchava, here's to your good health, one and all. If your soul feels rather thirsty and beer glass sing slancheva. Lisa, I haven't seen you online in a long time. I hope you're doing well. How's it going? Where's my water? Ugh. I hope you have your coffee. I have water. All right. As I was going over the far-famed Kerry Mountains, I met with Captain Farrell and his money he was counting. I first produced my pistol and then produced my rapier, saying, "Send and deliver, for I am a bold deceiver." Mushering na ma-doo da ma-da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. I counted out his money and it made a pretty penny. I put it in me pocket and I took it home to Jenny. She sighed and she swore that she never would deceive me. The devil take the women, for they never can be easy. Moosha-ring da ma doo da ma da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. I went into my chamber all for to take a slumber. I dreamt of gold and jewels, and for sure was no wonder, for Jenny took me charges and she filled them up with water, then sent for Captain Farrell to be ready for the slaughter. Moosha-ring da ma doo da ma da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. It was early in the morning as I was up for travel. The guards were all around me and likewise Captain Farrell. I first produced my pistol, for she stole away my rapier, but I couldn't shoot the water, so a prisoner I was taken. Moosha-ring da ma doo da ma da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. If anyone can aid me, it's me brother in the army. And if I can find a station down in Cork or in Killarney, and if he'll come and save me, we'll go roving near Kilkenny, and I swear he'll treat me better than me darling sporting Jenny. Moosha-ring da ma doo da ma da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Ring da ma doo da ma da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Now some men take delight in the drinking and the roving, others take delight in the gambling and the smoking, but I take delight in the juice of the barley and courting pretty fair maids in the morning, bright and early. Moosha-ring da ma doo da ma da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Moosha-ring da ma doo da ma da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Moosha-ring da ma doo da ma da. Whack for the daddy-ho, whack for the daddy-ho, there's whiskey in the jar. Poor old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sop. Poor old Dicey Riley, she will never give it up. She's off each morning to the hop, and she goes in for a little drop of the heart of the roused Dicey Riley. She walks along Fitzgibbon Street with an independent air, and then saunters down to Summersill. The people stop and stare. It's nearly the half-past stop, then she doesn't remember this verse of the roused Dicey Riley. Poor old Dicey Riley, she has taken to the sop. Poor old Dicey Riley, she'll never give it up. It's off each morning to the hop, and he goes into for another little drop of the heart of the roused Dicey Riley. The songs we don't sing much. All right, what else can I do? I taught putty tat. He lives under my doormat. Did you hear about the putty tat last night? Tried to swallow me with one bite. Well, you can take all the alley cats away. Oh, please, I have a cat trying to get in my cage. He used to be a lonely man stray. Now he's hunting me every day. That is my putty tat, Sylvester. What a tat! He's piled furniture upon a red chest, big chest. Built him a ladder to my nest. He never rests. Think of a bird, Tweety bird, don't rush, just climb and hope the granny doesn't find me. He's got a paw, grab his head, Tweety's head. A mouth that will soon swallow it. It takes all the grannies and all ladies to find out the cat, Sylvester. Well, he thought he'd take a trip to Italy. He thought that he'd go by sea. He jumped up the harbor in New York, where he was chased by a great big shark. Then he saw Granny leave in distress. What'd he do? He put on Granny's old dress, cross-dress. He walked in the room with a key. But Granny came back suddenly. That is my pretty tat, Sylvester. What a tat! Piled furniture upon a chest, big chest. He built him a ladder to my nest. He never rests. Think of a bird, Tweety bird, don't rush, just climb and hope the granny doesn't find me. He's got a paw, grab his head, Tweety's head. A mouth that will soon swallow it. It takes all the grannies and the ladies to find out the cat, Sylvester. I taught a tall putty tat in Japan. So I pulled out a big frying pan. I dropped it on his head and left a knot. I heard Sylvester scream, "You not!" I was swinging in my cage whistling. What'd he do? Sylvester grabbed me by my feet. Big feet. Granny walked in, yelled, "Stop!" Then Sylvester bit my head off. I am no putty tat, Sylvester. I piled furniture upon his chest. Built me a ladder to his nest. I never rest. Think of a bird, Tweety bird, don't rush, just climb and hope the granny doesn't find me. Got a paw, grab his head. A mouthful will soon swallow it. Not even all the grannies and the ladies can fight off the cat, Sylvester. Suffer and fuckadosh, that Tweety bird was tasty. I never liked Tweety bird. Arrogant little. All right. Think a Jenny. Thinking of Jenny Black Velvet Band. I can do Black Velvet Band. If you haven't done so yet, again, right down there is the URL to sign up to my mailing list. You can also find access to my store. There's a new Irish and Celtic Music podcast T-shirt that's in the store, along with a compilation CD called Victims of Irish Music, put out by my Irish and Celtic Music podcast. If you go to celtfather.net, you can also sign up to the Irish and Celtic Music podcast, the Pub Songs podcast, and plenty more podcasts. I have a lot of them, if you haven't seen that already. And this is Black Velvet Band. Her eyes that shone like diamond, think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. In a neat little town they call Belfast, a prince in trade I was bound, and many's the hour of sweet happiness I spent in the neat little town, till a sad misfortune befell me that caused me to stray from the land, far away from your friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band. Yes, her eyes that shone like a diamond, you think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Before judge and jury next morning, for trial I had to appear, and the judge, he said, "My young fellow, the case against you is quite clear. Well, 7 long years your sentence. You're going to Van Diemen's Land, far away from your friends and relations, to follow the black velvet band." Yes, her eyes that shone like the diamond, you think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. So come all you jolly young fellows, I'll have you take warning by me. If you're ever out on the liquor, me boys, beware of the pretty Colleen. For she'll fill you with whiskey and porter until you're not able to stand. And the very next thing that you'll know, me lads, is you landed in Van Diemen's Land. Yes, her eyes are shone like a diamond, you think she was queen of the land, and her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Yes, her eyes shone like the diamond. You'd think she was queen of the land. Her hair hung over her shoulder, tied up with a black velvet band. Tied up with a black velvet band. Woo! Woo! All right. I'm just having fun playing it. The past few days, I've been working, past 2 weeks, I feel like, so there's like this period, I think last week got to be a little bit rough. I've been like completing a lot of stuff that I should be doing, staying on task, which is fantastic. It's always a challenge. But this past few days, I'm like, oh God, I need to do something else. I got to take a break and I don't do it. And so today I'm like, yay, I forced myself to take a break because I'm playing music for you. So thank you for coming to watch this. Fare thee well to you, my own true love, my darling, fare thee well. Oh, I'm bound for California, a place that I know right well. So fare thee well, my own true love. When I return united, we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Well, I'm sailing on a Yankee clipper ship. Davy Crockett is her name, and her captain's name it is Burgess, and they say she's a floating shame. Oh, oh, fare thee well, my own true love. When I return united, we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Sailed with Burgess once before, and I think I know him well. If a man's a sailor, he will get along, and if not, then he's sure in hell. Oh, oh, fare thee well, my own true love. When I return united, we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. Oh, oh, fare thee well, my own true love. When I return united, we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of she. The ship is in the harbor, love, and I know I can't remain. But I know it will be a long, long time before I see you again. Oh, oh, fare thee well, my own true love. When I return united, we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of these. Let me hear you. Oh, fare thee well, my own true love. When I return united, we will be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. But my darling, when I think of thee. Love that song. Where's the tip jar? That sounds like a song. I don't know why. I was like, sort of like whiskey in the jar, but where's the tip jar? You can find that links to it, I think, over at kiltfather.net. I think. Pretty sure. All right. Sung by Francis McPeak, based on the Scottish song Braes About Weather. This is Wild Man Time. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower by yon clear and crystal fountain. All around the bower, I'll pile flowers from the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she won't come, I will surely find another to wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will ya go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go? All right, I'm going to do one more song. If you enjoy the music you hear, then you can head on over to kiltfather.net, sign up to my mailing list. You can also buy some CDs. You have CDs? That's your part. And of course, I have a brand new album out. It is called Selcouth, which means when everything is strange and different, yet you find it marvelous anyway. And you might have heard that song last week, one of those songs last week. I'm not playing it this week. Today, I have set one more song that I want to do, and it's not that from that album. So if you want to hear it, you can hear it this weekend when I'm performing at Iron Shield Brewing and Three Taverns Brewery in the Atlanta area. So I hope you'll come join me for one of those shows. Or you can check me tomorrow night. I have an internet concert, which is happening. There'll be links. Again, if you head on over to my website, you'll find links to all that stuff as well. If you want to give a tip, kiltfather.net, you'll find a link somewhere over there. Take you to the store where I know you can buy it. You can give a tip. Virtual tip jars over there. One final song for you. Oh, roll the rat and bog and a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rat and bog and a bog down in the valley, oh. In that bog there was a tree, a rare tree, a rattling tree with a tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh. On that tree there was a limb, a rare limb, a rattling limb with a limb in the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh. On that limb there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch, the branch of the limb in the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh. On that limb there was a twig, a rare twig, a branch. On that limb there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch of the limb of the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. On that branch there was a twig, a rare twig, a rattling twig with a twig in the branch of the limb and the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh. On that twig there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest, the twig and the branch of the limb and a tree in a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh. On that nest there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird, the nest, the twig and the branch of the limb, the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. And that bird there was a feather, a rare feather, feather, bird, the egg and nest, the twig and the branch of the limb tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. On that feather was a flea, a rare flea, a rattling flea, and feather, bird, the egg and nest, the twig and the branch of the limb tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. On that flea there was an eye, a rare eye, a rattling eye, and flea and feather, bird, the egg and nest, the twig and the branch of the limb and tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh. On that eye there was a gleam, a rare gleam, a rattling gleam, eye and flea and feather, bird, the egg and nest, the twig and the branch of the limb and tree in the bog down in the valley, oh, oh, the rattling bog down in the valley, oh, the rattling bog and a bog down in the valley. Oh, keep losing picks on that song. Yeah, too fast. All right, need a leprechaun, auto harp, and kilt emojis. Yeah, I'm sure you could probably get the kilt and leprechaun. The auto harp, you're probably out of luck. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful time. And again, come join me next week. That is the big St. Patrick's Day coffee show, where I'm going to be doing probably even longer than this one. So I hope you join me. It's the day before my birthday too. So being, born on St. Patrick's Day and all that. So I hope you had a great time. I'll talk to you later. Sláinte. Boop, 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 boop.